I am very proud to present to you for induction into the Ohio State University Athletics Hall of Fame, James Scoonie Penn.
I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna cry. So I'm gonna get that over with right now. Should have seen me at my wedding, so this is gonna be no different. First and foremost, I gotta give thanks and praise to God, because without God, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in front of you. Got me through all the rough times and put me in position to succeed. I'm a little sad right now. My mom wasn't able to make it. My grandmother, her health isn't good, so they didn't come down. And she just decided that the other day. That's hurtful because, and I didn't want to be a not understanding son. So I said, it's okay, Mom, don't worry about it. But she's always been my rock. She sacrificed everything for me. She worked overtime. She did whatever she had to do so I could succeed and be successful. And I owe the world to my mother. Everything I did, like Coach Cooper said, no one makes it by themselves. Everything I do, everything I am, has always been for my family, has always been for my friends. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to be successful because I had younger siblings. I had nephews and nieces and cousins. And I wanted to set an example. That was the reason why I didn't leave school early. People always ask, well, after your junior year, why didn't you enter the draft? You would have been probably a lottery pick. And I said, to this day, I would never go back and do it over because I was going to be the first person in my family to graduate college. To set an example for my family was something that meant more to me. My younger brother's here with me. I love them to death. My sisters, all that I've done led to this moment here. And I'm sorry for crying like this, I am. But I worked my whole life for this. When I transferred to Ohio State, I didn't have to. At Boston College, I was comfortable. I was home. I was Big East All-Tournament MVP. I was first team All Big East. We was winning. Ohio State was losing. And it took a lot for me to come here. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I took a leap of faith. I trusted in the coaches that I followed. And I believed in myself and my ability. I felt like I could help the program and change it, turn it around, and we did just that. Before I get to thinking, a lot of other people that need to be recognized, a dear woman that also helped me through my journey, Lucy Cormier, I always called her my angel because she was always there to help me, look after me, also help raise me. Because we know it takes a village to raise kids, and I definitely had a village to help raise me. So I wanted to recognize her because she surely was special to me and helped me out tremendously throughout my life. I came out here with my coaches, Jim O'Brien, Paul Bancardi, Rick Boyages, Dave Spiller. I was a raw kid when I got to college. A lot of them nights my mom was working, I was at the boys club or I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. So when they got a hold of me, I was rough around the edges. They helped mold me to a young man into becoming a man. They were hard on me at times. It's just simple things like, if you're gonna be late, call. Teaching me about responsibility. For me, it wasn't all about basketball. When I got in between those lines, they knew what I was gonna do. They knew I could take care of business. That's the easy part. And I'm sure a lot of you athletes can attest to that. When you get between the lines, you just react. But it was everything else that I needed help with, and they were there to help me, to guide me through. So I'm indebted to those men for helping me become a young man, to become a man. I mean, I think I helped them too. I helped them win a lot of games. But yeah, helped them win a lot of games. So, you know, those guys, although they're not here, they helped me tremendously in my life. And I'm glad that I made the choice to come to Ohio, to become a Buckeye. I'll never forget when I was coming on my visit, and my friends were like, "Why are you going to visit Columbus, Ohio State? It's cornfields." And I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But as soon as I land, I was downtown. And I got to the hotel and I called my mother and I said, "Mom, there's a downtown. They got buildings." She said, "I figured they would." So I was excited about that. This university is the greatest university on earth. Hands down, second to none. That deserves a clap. I played 11 years overseas. And if I walk around with my Buckeye hat on or t-shirt or something, people pointing me out all the time, Ohio State. I ran into Buckeyes everywhere. You will not believe it. I was in Turkey. I run into Buckeyes. I'm in Russia. People understand. They know Ohio State. And, you know, I just definitely wanted to carry that tradition. I'm sorry, I didn't congratulate all the other inductees. Great accomplishment. I'm happy for all you guys also. I got up here and started crying. I just forgot. I just lost all train of thought. But I think more important, maybe the most important about this is my teammates. My teammates became my family. We're still family to this day. We spend so much time together. After practice, and most of you guys know after practice, you're ready to go home. You're not supposed to go home and do homework, but we would sit in the locker room, and we would crack jokes on each other. We would wrestle. We would just hang out and talk, and I think that bond that we created made us successful. We trusted each other on the court, and me kind of being a ringleader, I think that brought the trust that they had in me. My teammates let me be a leader. Anybody can be a leader. We all have leadership qualities built inside of us. But you have to have people that allow you to become a leader, to be a leader. My coaches allowed that, and my teammates, they allowed that. That didn't mean that they weren't leaders also, because they were. They were leaders in their own right. But they understood my quality, and they allowed me to be me. And sometimes I yelled at them. I mean, we had our problems. You know, we would fight. You know, Mike Redder's like a brother, but there were some times I wanted to choke Mike. But that's what you do as family. And so I would like to thank those guys. Without them, I wouldn't be here. I didn't score all them points by myself. I didn't win one single game by myself. That's impossible in basketball. It takes a team, and they were there through thick and thin. And we made quite an impact. And whether people want to believe it or not, I feel that team that I played on in '99, we changed the culture of basketball at each university. I think we brought a sense of pride, of winning, and we just wanted it. We weren't going to be denied. Coach O'Brien was very mad at me. We had it out a couple times because I voiced my opinion too much. Big Ten Media Day, they asked me to put a microphone on my face and says, "What are you going to do?" I said, "We're going to go to Final Four." Coach couldn't believe it. He ripped me one like, "Why would you say things like that? You're putting too much pressure on us." I said, "Well, Coach, that's what I believe. I've always played this game to win. I would never settle for saying, okay, I think we'll win a couple games. No, I want to be a national champion. That's what I played for." We didn't win it, but we got close. So, again, going back to my teammates, I thank them for allowing me to do so, to let me lead and to follow. And I think that's a testament to them and myself. But before I finish, I definitely want to recognize my family, my lovely wife, Nikki. I thought that, well, I know that my mom is an exceptional woman. She is everything that a son could want. And I'm just happy that I found a wife that has the same qualities as my mom. It's truly an honor to be here because my kids obviously weren't alive when I was in school, so they didn't get to see their dad play. But to be here, accepting this award, being inducted to the Hall of Fame, and having them be present is something that they will always remember, and that I'm proud that my kids get to see that their dad actually did something. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they hear stories, they hear dad yell a lot, but know that that leadership quality goes home too. But I'm just happy that my family's here, my good friends are here, and like I said, everything that I do, everything that I am, is for my friends and family. And coming to Ohio State, I have a big family. Buckeye Nation is my family. I know I have a unique name. It's not my real name, but it's my name. If anyone calls me James, I will not reply. And I'm just happy the people that I've met. I have great mentors, as Ron Stokes, who I know is here. Ronnie's been an excellent mentor to me, someone I can call for questions, for advice. And like someone spoke about earlier, that's what Ohio State gives you. It gives you a network to people to look to for advice, for help. And I think that's what makes Ohio State so strong, is that the alumni base is very strong, it's long, and everybody really cares about each other, and we all bleed the same. So I know I'm an East Coast kid, I know you can hear it in the accent, but I always say I'm Columbus' adopted son. I've been accepted by the city, I've been accepted by Buckeye Nation, and I'll always be a Buckeye. So again, Varsity, thank you for About Time putting me into the Hall of Fame. Yep. When Tony called me, that's what I said. He told me, hey, I got news for you. You know, you've been inducted to the Ohio State Hall of Fame. And I said, about time. I was joking, but I was really serious at the same time. I was serious. And it took so much for me to hold back. I just wanted to scream. You know, I wanted to scream, enjoy, and cry, and I couldn't wait. When I hung up the phone, I went up there, and I could barely tell my wife without crying. I'm not a baby. I'm not at all. Anyone knows me. I'm not a baby, but I'm not afraid to show my emotion. I'm not scared to cry when things are important to me. And this right here is important because I worked hard for it. I worked extremely hard for it. I put a lot of time into it. I made sacrifices. I took a leap of faith coming out here, and everything worked out, and I would do it all again. So again, thank you for putting me in this prestigious class of athletes in this great university, and God bless you all.